Chronicle of Innsmouth: Mountains of Madness is a third-person point-and-click adventure game which was developed by Italian studio Psychodev and released on the 23rd of March 2021 after a successfully funded Kickstarter campaign. It is already the second game by the team around Umberto Parisi, the initiator of the Innsmouth series, but worry not, the two games can be played independently of each other, or you can play Mountains of Madness first, as its plot is set 10 years before the first installment. The story of Mountains of Madness is inspired by the 1931 novella of the same name by American horror author H.P. Lovecraft, but the game adds a lot of additional content to the story. Hence, even to those familiar with the tale, it has one or the other surprise in store. Mountains of Madness is set in 1919. The intro shows an Antarctic expedition. A group of researchers has found the remnants of an ancient civilization. After that, the plot switches to the main protagonist, the private investigator Lone Carter. Carter is regaining consciousness on a beach outside the cave, near the town of Innsmouth, Massachusetts.
How would he escape from that hellish town? Innsmouth.
He is terribly mutilated, and in the last moments before his death, Carter recalls the horrible events which have led to the situation. Surprisingly, Carter does not pass away, but comes back to life, completely unscathed.
What the hell?
His limbs have mysteriously grown back.
And it's from this point on that I want you to hear my story.
Without hesitation, Carter manages to escape the dreadful and spooky town and returns to his hometown Arkham. Carter is a cool and relaxed character who immediately resumes his work. When the private detective is getting involved in the investigation of a ritual murder, the story unfolds and our main protagonist reveals step by step a great enigma. Gladly, Carter is not alone. During his quest, he encounters two people that will help him uncover his own mystery. Between, the player takes also on the roles of Abdul al-Hazred, the author of the Necronomicon, or H.P. Lovecraft himself.
Aha! This means should provoke the intended ends.
In contrary to its predecessor, Mountains of Madness features complete English voiceovers, which are excellent.
The good life.
I especially like the voices of Lone Carter and occultist William Blanco.
Hi there. I'm Lone Carter, private investigator.
Pleasure to meet you, Lone. How did you find me?
The soundtrack is extraordinary and enhances the atmosphere of the game richly. Mountains of Madness was created with Adventure Game Studio and has a lovely nostalgic feel to it. The wonderful pixel art conveys the splendor of the 90s classics. The inventory can be found on top of the screen. The controls are left click for interaction and right click for examination, as we know it from games like Broken Sword. Mountains of Madness is not an easy game, neither in story nor in difficulty. Some puzzles and riddles can get quite tricky. As an experienced adventure gamer, I have found out that the best games are those where you have pen and paper ready to assist you with the solving of some puzzles. You will encounter also several minigames in Mountains of Madness. During your journey, you have to, for example, pick a lock, mix an antidote, or open a safe. There's also one timed event where you have to elude the inhabitants of Innsmouth, but it's not too hard. Jump scares are rare, as the Lovecraftian horror is much more on the psychological side.
Yikes!
All in all, the second installment of the Chronicle of Innsmouth series is an intriguing game which manages to keep the player hooked and excited. Compared to its predecessor, which I also enjoyed very much, Mountains of Madness is a huge improvement in storytelling, art, atmosphere and conceptualization. I think it is my favorite Lovecraftian game now, next to Prisoner of Ice, and I'm quite certain it will find its righteous place among the classics.
Excuse me? Can't you see that we're engaged in a vital discussion? Some space, please.
Okay, I'm backing off. Not downright rude.
I don't wish to repeat myself. Some space! Space!
Rude as hell.